18 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
Well, guys, here we are for episode 18. Should be 19. We're back at it again. When we tried to record earlier this week, something happened there. What happened? What was that? What happened there?
What? We were attacked by vultures. No.
All right, guys, I fucked up, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened to get Tanner? What happened?
Do you want to put your shame out here? Here, I've set the table.
I'm ringing the bell.
We got a little tablecloth on there. Please put your shame on the table.
So we recorded pretty much an entire episode. We maybe had 10 minutes left to finish it up, and I pulled up Audacity, and I saw that my Audacity had quit recording after 11 seconds of recording.
So it turns out most of the episode, we couldn't record the whole episode in 11 seconds. Sadly, that didn't happen. We didn't have a moment of just bliss. And
we had I listened to it. It was me saying we did it, and then I laughed once, and then that was all the recording was on my end.
That's all you need. I should really just edit the whole thing to all Tanner does is laugh.
Just keep putting my laugh in there.
So Tanner, what do you think? Yeah, I agree, Tanner. I think that is a good idea.
Well, and then at the end of it, just put Tanner saying, "We did it."
I think that'd probably be our best episode ever.
So, Tanner, I guess I just want to know who paid you to do that and why you want our podcast to fail.
I mean, Larry the Cable Guy's been mad about how much shit you guys have been talking.
Yeah, we do. It is canon that you are under his thumb.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
He's probably real sensitive about the fact that his chips aren't made anymore. I assume. Please, God, they can't still be made, can they?
I don't honestly know.
They're probably still made, and if so, I will make sure to purchase them for our meetup.
Well, after the scathing review we gave him on this, and burn we gave him on this old podcast here, I can't imagine they're doing real well in the sales department. We're influencers, guys.
I mean, we did bring Brendan Fraser back from the dead.
Yeah, we really did. Coincidence that we talked about him and then he got a role? Nope, it is not a coincidence.
To be fair, he's had roles, according to IMDb, between now and then, but...
I think anyone can edit that, so...
Guys, this is... Okay, we're recording in the morning. This is how much the morning affects me. I tried to look up if Larry the Cable Guy's chips still get sold, so I typed into Google, are there more Larry the Cable Guy chips? How is that a good question for Google?
What did Google say?
Yeah, what did they say?
I can buy them on Amazon.
That's not a real answer. You can buy a lot of things that aren't made anymore on Amazon.
Maybe they are made still.
Yeah, they are still made because I just went to shearers.com and they've got them for sale.
Well, good for you, Larry the Cable Guy.
Why are we talking about this again? Why?
I don't know. We have such a problem.
Listen, we got there naturally, I think.
We are.
This is true.
The morning is very much affecting this. I can tell that the energy, the feng shui in this room that we are all in is just it's corrupted.
Can we talk about that time that Nate said feng shui and then Drew tried to describe the word?
So anyway,
afterwards?
Nate, what are we doing here today?
No. I want to keep doing a thing where we talk about things we talked about. Yeah, what are we doing? Speaking of things that we talk about every week. So this your podcast that you got in your earbuds or maybe on your car stereo is an adventure that we three guys are going on together where every week we go and we grab strange and bizarre article headlines from around the internet. We throw them together in a document and we're going to select one at random. And what are we going to do with that article? I'm glad you asked. We're going to take it and use it as inspiration for a hero or a villain origin story. Tanner, you are selecting. What are we making this week? Selecting at random, I should say.
This week, we are doing a hero, even though we technically already did one and lost all the recording. Well, my recording.
The audience will never know what we talked about
last
that
week
day.
We did the kitty cat catatonic, the villain that we don't have official name for their real name.
We've gotten a few suggestions, but most of them are not in canon to Egyptians. So come on, guys.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take all those suggestions and we're gonna have a poll. And then the top 3 off of that are going to then get in another poll and vote for those. And then we're going to take the bottom 3 and verse those against the top 1 on that. Then we're going to take all of them again and do a revote for all of them. and then that's the winner, I think. Is that what we agreed on?
Is that how sports work?
Yeah. Anyway. So
What's the article, Tanner?
the article this week is number 10 for you guys. It is terrifying tornado gives a couple a proposal story they'll never forget.
Okay, I'm kind of glad we
Which
did
is-
this, or this. We're doing this one because the lost episode was also a couple.
Oh, so you think
Was
we
it?
can just plug in, like, kind of smooth out the details a little bit, just kind of plug these guys in the same sort of origin story.
Well, we can try. We'll see what.
No, I think that would be bad.
Yeah, it would be horrible.
Hey, do you guys remember last week when we talked about this? Imagine it with I mean, you don't because you never heard it. But
Remember that really funny thing?
Imagine
Oh
it was
man,
with a tornado instead.
Tanner like snorted milk out his nose when we said that really funny thing.
Oh boy. Remember when we laughed for 20 minutes straight and then ex-president Barack Obama called us and said, boy, howdy, you guys are a riot. And we had him on audio saying that, but it was on Tanner's audio. I don't know why he called Tanner,
Yeah,
of all the people.
this is weird.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought he walked into the room.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did.
I'm not gonna say yes
So-
or no, but yes. All right.
Yeah.
That was going to be our real breakout moment. God, Tanner, now I'm pissed at you again.
I know.
So we've got.
Hey, buddy, this is a goof. I'm not mad.
We got
at
two.
you. It's okay.
I'm fucking pissed, Tanner. We've got a couple
Well,
here.
damn it, Drew. Okay, we got this couple.
And
There's a tornado, and they're proposing. Now, the real question I have: do you think how people go to all lengths to propose? Do you think this guy like organized this?
Oh, like he's pretending. Oh no, how crazy that at this proposal that I'm doing in the middle of this field, there's a tornado way in the background.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna say that for sure. He did.
So
Did you look in the article?
huh?
Like, they're storm chasers.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Boy,
this was 100% intentional.
man, I tell you what, I love my fiance, but oh shit, if I was going to propose and there was a goddamn tornado in the background, I'd be like, no, we're doing this later. Let's get the fuck out of here. I don't care if she's mid the word yes. I'll be like, nope, shove it, we're going.
Now,
Wow, what a day, this person says. Well, this is the great storms, and she said yes. Also, we almost died. That last part was my part. I added that last thing.
I like the idea that we're starting with storm chasers. I think that's a cool, that's storm chasing as an occupation in itself just lends itself to being superfied, like an origin story for someone.
Absolutely.
So do they get struck by lightning?
Oh, shit. No.
Well, we did do that.
No.
Oh, man, but it makes so much sense. Damn it.
And it's a hero, right? We're doing a hero.
Yes. Right? Yeah,
Dang,
we're doing
it would
hero.
be so cool if these were two storm chasers that like make a living by generating the storms and then chasing them. But no,
Oh.
that's kind of a super villain thing.
Oh, right. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that would be a pretty great. That would be. Damn our restrictions.
Yeah. Damn it. That would have been
But
good.
we can't break it.
Not ever.
Do you think it's the proposal's happening and then the tornado takes one of them away?
You think,
Or was the tornado generated? Or are we going with the original idea of the tornado was generated as part of the marriage proposal?
oh boy.
Do they both get like sucked up by the tornado and
Thrown in.
somehow get tornado powers?
Some wind powers.
Yeah, I worry because I think people have gotten sucked up into tornadoes before, and they mostly just die. I think.
Now, what if maybe that's what happens? One of them dies, and then it's motivation for the other person to try and control the wind.
Yeah, try to control
Oh,
tornadoes.
Hmm.
That's an idea.
Or the person goes outside just stricken with grief and is just like, take me, and then they get sucked up but are granted powers instead. I don't know.
Take me
Take
now,
me.
You tornado.
You weather god.
I like the idea that one of them gets sucked up and the other one then dedicates their life to like ways to stop tornadoes.
Yeah, and that would kind of make
then
him a
somehow
good,
that-
But
good
which
person.
one should we kill?
Well, I've got this thing here called a quarter. All right, so
Okay.
which heads for who?
Heads is guy, tails is woman.
All right. Let's see how coordinated I am. Oh shit! It fell on the floor. Oh no! It's heads.
All right, so the dude dies.
Dude dies. Lady vows to control the wind, and not another person will be lost.
I like it. Does she stay just to wind, or does she also break out into other sort of natural disasters? Or is wind sort of enough of a playing field or playground for us to sort of build in?
I would say like everything, except that's a lot of heroes are like that.
A lot of things.
If we limit it down to just wind, I feel like, well, there are also heroes that way, but it's more interesting and more challenging for us.
It's probably important also that we make sure to somehow differentiate her from like Storm or anything like that. Is she going to be kind of like, she doesn't have any inherent powers, right? So is all her sort of abilities, quote unquote, going to be based on like science and stuff? Is she gonna, as a storm chaser, is she like very in tune with the tech of that area and sort of co-ops it to her own needs?
I think since as you said, she's a storm chaser, so she's got that tech. I think it's got to be tech.
I was thinking that from the start.
We haven't done one like that before, so that's kind of nice, and immediately helps differentiate her from anybody like Storm.
Okay, so she like is building like equipment or like a suit or something to control the wind.
She's taking her storm chasing equipment and condensing it down into a suit and then adding more to the suit.
Tight.
Maybe she's like a scientist or something on her. Done that, or like, I don't know, maybe she has a background that is predisposed to being like smart with this kind of technology and stuff. So it's not completely crazy for her to like know how to do this stuff.
Yeah, she's like a super genius that was obsessed with like tornadoes until it took her fiance.
Man, this is tragic. Yes, and then he's just gone.
In the eventual movie, that'll be a really cool shot.
Twister 2, twist harder.
Twist and shout. Oh my God, it's the fucking morning.
That was the theme song to Twister, right?
Yeah, I think so. Twist and Shout by, was that the Beatles?
Yeah.
So what's she doing? Is she preventing tornadoes? Can she generate tornadoes? Can she make little small tornadoes show up?
I think all the above. Like, she's definitely, like, preventing them as much as she can.
What does she do to prevent them? Like,
controls the wind.
How?
With her suit thing.
Oh, okay.
Problem solved.
Is she flying around it real fast the other way so then it stops it? Maybe that's one of her ways of taking down tornadoes. Does she put a Ghostbuster machine in the middle of the tornado and it just sucks it up?
I picture, like, she has, like, this like goggles thing on and these like robot glove things on, and like she points her hands out and like can start to like control the wind in like the opposite direction and stuff like that. But I don't know, that might be stupid.
How do they do it in Twister? Does anybody remember? What's that machine they have in
Dorothy
Twister?
1 and Dorothy 2, where they put a giant thing filled with little mini flying robots to map the tornado.
You just acted like Nate called you out.
No, I was just wondering. I haven't seen it, so I just remembered there was a machine.
No, that was not me.
Why do you always do this?
You mean Dorothy 1 and Dorothy 2, you idiot?
Could she? What if she? Okay, she's a techie. Drones are really hot right now. Like the whole idea, like controlling little drones. Like maybe she has a fleet of those that she controls that somehow help her shape and control the wind in a specific area.
Goes up and like triangulates. Like if she gets 3 up there, at least she can triangulate and create a twister or map what's going on up there.
Wait, why would she create one though? She wants to prevent him.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good point, Tanner. We've created a hero whose sole purpose is preventing tornadoes from happening. I don't know that she'd ever. I mean, unless we sort of change how her perception of the world or like how she thinks about things, it would seem weird for her to be like, now I'll create them.
I had one idea that could get her to start like wanting to make tornadoes. Like say, I don't know how, but somehow like these bad guys had set up for the tornado to get her fiance like right then, like he was set up for it, and they didn't like plan on her being there to like be proposed to. So like he gets sucked in and like she finds out it was them like maybe years later or something, and decides to modify her technology to create tornadoes and goes and like gets revenge on them. And then she realizes she has these powers that she could use for good, and then starts wanting to like use her tornado powers or her wind powers, which I know is a little ridiculous, but it is a comic book.
It's super bizarre.
Well, we did come up with a hero or a villain who was a kid in a dinosaur costume that turned into a real live dinosaur. So I mean, like we've had more ridiculous things on the podcast.
It was just an idea to like a way to like shoehorn in that she actually creates tornadoes.
My one thing against it is that sounds more like a villain thing.
Why? Like, she goes and, like, shuts down the bad guy's operation and then realizes she can use these powers for more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I thought it was funny. I don't know when you said they didn't expect her to be there being proposed to. I like the idea of these like very nefarious villains being like, I don't think Dylan's ready for commitment yet. She won't be there. No way, he won't propose. He's gonna put it off as long as possible. Typical man.
Now, what if they both work for the Weather Channel?
Okay.
And maybe in our universe, the Weather Channel is a bad organization. They're storm chasing for them. They what did you name the guy? Nate?
Dylan.
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 All right, so his name is Dylan. They're like, Dylan is a problem, and we need to eliminate him. Oh,
Maybe Dylan was looking into
maybe
the nefarious
Dylan discovered
dealings.
the ultimate truth that the Weather Channel reports on the weather, but they create the weather, and that's how they make a business. They own all parts of the market there.
Bingo.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I
how they
love
were able
it.
to get set up for the tornado to get him. That makes sense.
Yeah, that would be perfect because then it gives motivation. She's going up against the Weather Channel that she used to work for. They killed her fiance. Then it also the technology exists because the Weather Channel already has it.
Yeah. So
Yes.
she like gets it from them.
Somehow she takes it from them or starts building her own.
Which do we want to do?
Maybe Dylan discovers what's happening with the Weather Channel. Oh my God, they're creating the weather. He basically steals some of the tech and gets it out of the lab to either take it to the proper authorities to prove his story or some other purpose. And then that's when the company realizes the Weather Channel, I guess, knows that he knows and goes after him. And so his fiance, well, I guess, I don't know. If you die immediately after proposing to somebody, are you still their fiance? I guess, whatever.
I would say so.
She finds this equipment in the basement or something like that he was planning on taking to the proper authorities. I don't know why he decided to propose first.
Priorities.
Listen, I'm just saying maybe he could have stolen it and taken it out. Maybe he thought he was safe.
I like that idea. Like,
I
she
don't know.
finds
What
it
do you
after
think?
his funeral and there's a note on it and it explains everything.
Sure.
Or he has like a video thing. One of those like video wills that people leave and he's like, if you're watching this, it means they got me. And then he explains like
dead.
all the things.
Oh man.
Yeah, I could actually see that. Like, he gets the tech and he's like, he has to work with it or something before he can sort of like take his case in or whatever.
Maybe
he's trying to understand it.
maybe he was fiddling with it and trying to make it usable in a suit, and his plan was he was going to use it to combat the Weather Channel, but now he's dead and he's just like, dearest, you must continue my work.
The only thing I have against that is that I kind of I think it would be nice if our actual hero was the one who did some of the legwork to get it there. Otherwise, it seems like she was just gifted a whole suit and like didn't have any.
He was starting
any
to do
part
it, but
in its
he
creation.
never finished. So she finishes it.
Maybe he had only gotten as far as stealing it, and he
like,
spells out his plans.
He
Like,
took
here's
the
what I was
tags off
doing.
the items, but he hadn't done anything else.
Cool. So that does it right there.
Okay, so now we have sort of so she's got this weather suit now.
Need to talk about what it does.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously tornadoes.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously tornadoes.
Temperature can generate. It's got a temp control, and it's
Shit, did we just get back too close to storm?
no.
Well,
yeah,
it could
kinda
just
is.
be
Yeah,
it could
we
just be
just gotta be
tornadoes.
careful.
Like, all he got was their tornado machine. Like, they might have to have multiple machines for different weather at the Weather Channel.
And it's just wind right now. She can only control the wind, but
Mm-hmm.
eventually, as her powers evolve, she gets more.
As she continues to understand how the suit works and how they manage to pull off this tech, she can sort of adjust
Yeah,
it as she needs.
Yeah. So it's just wind.
So she can fly with it, I assume,
Well-
like by generating wind underneath her. Is that safe to say?
Mm-hmm. I think that's a
I
fair
have like
assumption.
a red tornado visual.
Kinda, yeah. Then she can create actual tornadoes. So she can create like small ones and massive ones if she needs to.
Yeah.
Maybe she can like make really powerful, like concentrated gusts of wind around her fists and stuff, so that like when she hits somebody, her fist never actually makes contact. It's just this like bubble of super high power wind that she sort of got localized around the front of her hand, so she can like really get some hard punches in,
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
maybe some kicks.
Maybe some kicks. Let's not. Let's
Yeah,
don't assume.
don't be rash.
She's going to kickboxing, so she's getting better at
Oh, is that
kicks.
canon? All right.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I like that. I like the visual of wind boxing gloves, basically.
So she's flying, she's boxing. Does she have drones? Do we want to keep that, or do we want to throw that out?
Why wouldn't she have drones if they're storm chasers? I imagine they
that's
have
true.
drones. They could just go up and generate mini tornadoes.
Or if she has to use a bunch of them, if she wants to make a big tornado.
Oh, she needs them to go up there and.
So she can control like miniature tornadoes, but if she really wants to go all out and make like a full-size epic tornado, she needs to like leverage these drones to sort of help her. Maybe they can all make little individual tornadoes themselves as well. Like sort of like she can program them to sort of have routines and stuff that in advance that she can sort of activate in any sort of given situation to strategically help her out.
Maybe they also
like
are just like up in the air, keeping an eye out for the Weather Channel.
Oh yeah, they're the watchdogs. Well, oh no, watchdogs
Can't
are,
do that. Well,
no. Yeah, I can see that.
sure.
Sort of always watching her back, helping her organize more larger tornadoes. So to summarize, she can fly with the use of air, wind, basically. She can superpower her punches and kicks with, I mean, I suppose any sort of physical action that she wants to use to hurt somebody, because she can sort of have a buffer of wind that sort of enhances her abilities there. She has drones that make miniature tornadoes and can watch out for the Weather Channel. And then in conjunction with her ability to make tornadoes, she can make a giant super tornado that she can use to, I don't know, take out a whole area.
That's like the final boss battle.
Yeah. Can she also like say somebody was shooting at her with a gun? Can she make a high powered shield of wind to sort of
I was literally
either
just thinking
redirect
that.
the bullet or like just completely block it? And could she like, if she can actually grab the bullet with her air, can she like throw it back at him basically?
Creates like a ball of just controlled wind.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's a la
And
like
just like,
airbending.
here, take your fucking bullet back. Yeah, exactly.
Ah, shit.
Fuck, she's an airbender.
shit.
That's great. No, that's fine.
Shit.
They took such a, from the TV show Avatar: The Last Airbender, they took such a simple concept of what if I could control wind though, and then like that's so general that there's no way where that you can't eventually hit that again.
Let's talk about suit. What is she got full armor, Iron Man-esque, or is it kind of silly looking like a traditional superhero garb? I do imagine maybe she has like magnetic boots or boots that can also drill into the ground.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because she doesn't want to get picked up.
Yeah. Maybe a face guard.
Mm-hmm. I picture like not full Iron Man, but kind of like how you're describing, like parts of her, like her feet and her head and like her hands.
Maybe she has like the gauntlets are where she controls the wind from. So then you get the visual that she's like controlling it with her arms, and her hands.
That.
Yeah, I like that visual.
She's got to have a cape.
God, that blusters around.
Yeah.
Is it going to get in the way in the wind though?
Maybe it does.
That's
Maybe she has
true.
a cape for the first time, and then like it gets all up in her face, and she just rips it off.
Comedically, it just keeps getting in her face, and she just ditches it altogether.
That'd be a fun little bit for the TV adaptation.
No cape, but I do like the idea that there are solar panels on her, like maybe on her shoulders. Okay. Why not harness the power of the sun, a natural occurring weather event thing?
Yeah, and I mean, I think you could even make the argument that either she installed that or that could have even been in there from the start, just because I guess if I were the Weather Channel, it would make sense that my devices out there be solar powered to at least an extent, because they need to be outside a lot, and you don't want to have to bring them back in.
So does she have like mechanical boots and like gauntlets, and then they're all connected and they have a power source maybe on her back?
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Kind of like a backpack. Ooh, and then she could have the drones take off from her, like they...
Backpack. Yeah, she could like throw her arms out and then all these drones fly out.
So
it look pretty sick.
This backpack, can like all the parts just go into the backpack, so she can just be like wearing like normal clothes out in public and have a backpack on?
Oh, so like she hits a
Iron
button.
Man
Yeah,
2
exactly.
scenario.
She hits a button on the strap, and they just like the limbs come out, and she's able to like they mechanically get on her.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. And a helmet. She's got to have a helmet.
Mm-hmm. But it all goes in the backpack.
protector. Her thighs and her upper arms, they're still exposed.
Yeah.
Like the suit doesn't completely cover that
Yeah,
stuff.
she's maybe got like, I don't know. If she was planning on going out, I could imagine her like putting on some sort of like standard issue body armor.
Yeah.
Like, like the stuff you can buy, I assume.
The rest, I mean, she doesn't need full protection. She's got the wind. She's got that wind armor.
That's true. But I would assume it requires
Some
at least a bit of concentration or intention around it to like hold it in a specific spot.
Yeah, I like that visual. That's a good. It differentiates her from other weather people.
Yeah.
Should we move on to name?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good time.
Yeah, I think that
Is her name gonna? Is her regular name gonna be Dorothy?
Oh shit!
Oh, that's good, Tanners. I think what we were all thinking, the obvious answer was Dorothy.
Is of course the perfect thing. Jesus, how long you been sitting on that one, Ackerman?
Like 10 years now.
Oh jeez.
No, actually, since you put Nate on blast for not knowing everything about Twister.
Yeah. Jesus.
That'll be a regular name, but we still need to come up with like a, her alias.
Yeah.
Wind Witch.
Wind.
That's not terrible.
Witch.
I was thinking Tommy Tornado.
Well, and then she has a Tommy gun, of
Yeah,
course. Obvious.
That's the obvious answer.
I actually love the idea of some guy with Tommy guns named Tommy Tornado, and he's like shooting giant tornadoes out
Did
of
we
his-
just make her villain?
Yeah, maybe Tommy Tornado is hired by the Weather Channel, and they give him equipment to fight her. Oh shit! What if Tommy Tornado is Dylan?
Oh shit!
What if Dylan doesn't actually die? He just gets taken by the Weather Channel, and they corrupt
Like a
him.
Winter Soldier thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
damn! That's a really cool idea, actually.
Well, wait, the Winter Soldier's Bucky? Guys, I hadn't seen it yet.
Shit.
Yeah, you always do this to me. You know I have a distinct rule about waiting 3 years to watch any movie that comes
This is
out.
true. Drew, why didn't you stop
But
me?
you've seen Civil War, so I don't understand how you didn't know that.
I just assumed Bucky was back to hang,
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
What's up with this arm?
Here
What?
Shit's crazy. Don't ask me
Jeez.
about it. I like that idea though. That's some good thinking.
And maybe it's not
And it keeps them...
initially revealed, but it's like later on that Dylan actually survived. You know what they say about our universe? The only people who stay dead are Dylan, except not anymore.
Everybody is
Have
alive.
we ever killed anyone? Oh, we killed the T-Rex, the girlfriend and best
Oh yeah,
friend.
we did. We straight up killed them. I forgot about
Oh
that.
right.
We
'cause
straight
you
up ate
them.
Yeah, doing the T-Rex shuffle.
So that's great. Tommy Tornado, good name for not a person we were trying to name.
Yeah, we like. Hey, what should we call Dylan? Tommy Tornado.
Oh, that's
okay.
It makes sense.
But her, what is she?
Is there some sort of something in the word storm chaser that we can sort of riff on? I'm trying to think. Could she be something like? Could we do like cold front? Like that's her.
But then that
That's
just
her.
implies that she is controlling and freezing stuff.
What about warm front?
Well, then we have the opposite
Room
problem.
temperature front. Breezy.
Drew Breeze.
Ooh, that's a good one. What was the first
Yeah.
one? Wind Witch? Witch Wind? Windy Witch?
I said witch wind or wind witch.
What about the Whirl Witch?
The Whirl Witch.
Forecast?
Oh, that's actually kind of a cool name.
Could call it.
I don't
yeah.
hate Forecast.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to like.
I don't hate it either, but it's also, again, it's not the
Yeah.
that I'm looking for. What if we called her windshield?
Windshield? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I like that.
I'm good
Windshield.
with that. Because that's what she
Oh,
has.
She has a
and that
windshield,
is the
and then
thing
it's
that
also
exists.
a
Drew, you
term.
got it in one.
Got it in one.
We check-
Edit.
Hold on, let me check all the boxes. Is a wind term? Yep. Is a thing. Yes.
all
Got all of
right.
them. Whew. Okay, so now what?
So we got windshield. Her name is Windshield.
Hey, what are windshield's weaknesses?
Like a little pebble that flies up on a gravel road and cracks it.
Well,
Or hail.
you got me there.
Well, hail.
Oh.
Can she generate hail? That's usually a precursor of tornadoes. But we strictly said
Wind. So yeah, what are her weaknesses though? I guess
another tornado.
EMPs.
Yeah.
Like she is dependent on her tools.
Oh, very much so.
So any sort of like if the Weather Channel sent out somebody who had like electricity powers, like can't stop electricity with wind. I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure. 99%.
Also, Tommy Tornado.
Yeah, that rascal.
He's got the same backpack thing, except instead of gauntlets, it's 2 Tommy guns connected to the backpack. God, I love that visual.
I like the idea that somebody at the Weather Channel was like, so should we give him the gauntlets too? It seems to work pretty well. No. I got a sick idea. Give him these Tommy guns.
Give him here. I got a fedora. Oh, Greg, you got a fedora.
And now I gotta do it.
Tommy Tornado.
He's got a toothpick in his mouth at all times.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yes. Weaknesses. Yeah, I guess just get that backpack out of operation.
That's the big one.
Okay, so I mean she doesn't have to have like a laundry list of weaknesses. I mean, hell, Superman's got literally one.
Yeah. Well, also
2.
magic and red sun radiation.
I guess.
So I guess 3.
Very weak against magic, because what's Superman gonna do?
Damn it, Drew. Always gotta put me on
Drew,
blast.
Dorothy 1 and Dorothy 2.
Have you forgot about how Superman is weak to Dorothy 1 and 2?
So we have motivation. She's fighting the Weather Channel. Should we talk about the Weather Channel?
What about him?
Dare I say, are they a branch of NASA? Or is that...
Do we want to put... I like the idea of them being like a... I like that idea, but I also like the idea... Like, I could go either way on it, because I think it would also be... It's also nice to have more powers at play than just NASA.
Yeah.
But we kind of set NASA up as this super organization. Maybe they're two... what if they are 2 separate organizations, but they work together? So maybe there's something in the future that we could sort of... I don't know. What do you think, I guess? I could go either way.
Let's keep them separate for now, and then maybe they do team up.
At the very least, NASA's got to be like... Maybe they have a working relationship wherein like, hey, we're going to try and launch some crazy dangerous chemicals into space. Can you make the weather good for us, please?
Yeah,
Thank
I'd
you.
say they have a professional relationship like that.
Or, Elon Musk tries to launch his thing and they're like, and NASA's like, hey, if you wouldn't mind, maybe it's going to be stormy tomorrow over in the old SpaceX place.
Elon Musk village.
Yeah, the village where he lives with several clones of himself.
Oh, my mom just texted me.
Oh,
she found me a whiskey decanter.
right. Hot damn.
All right, so windshield. What else do we need to discuss?
First victory, first defeat.
First victory or defeat could be that the Weather Channel went after her, and that's when she had just perfected the backpack, and it was like, oh, no time but the present to try this thing out.
Is it a scene like in John Wick 1 where she's like in her house, like waiting for them, like with all the lights off, and like slowly taking each of them out as they're coming in and like coming around the corner and stuff?
No, they're sending physical people after her, or an actual tornado?
Oh, people like with guns.
They don't know that they don't need to send a tornado to her.
Yeah, they don't know that she has that.
But maybe if they wanted to make it look like an accident, they would send a tornado. Oh no, how tragic. She was killed by a tornado? How crazy.
She's calmly waiting. The doorbell rings. The door opens. It's just a tornado right there.
So then how'd she fight a tornado?
You could make an argument, though, that maybe they sent people to try and retrieve the tech. Like, they didn't know that she knew, and so they were like, well, we gotta send somebody in there. We don't want to hurt the tech.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
And she's just calmly waiting there.
Yeah.
10 guys went in there, and she's fighting them off, like, with... Like, I imagine a guy rounds a corner, and you don't see him, and then he just flies backwards and hits the wall.
In this situation, is she... like still learning how to use it? So is this one of those like first time with the new powers sort of scenes where she's like accidentally like punches some guy so hard? Yeah, like basically does what you said, where he like punches him so hard that he flies away, and she's like, oh shit, like didn't even know I could do that.
Gotta turn that knob down.
Whoops.
Maybe she comes to realize that as she's using it, maybe she's losing her balance a little bit.
Oh, so she like knocks herself back too.
Knocks herself back at full power, and there's a mental note of like, I should make some boots.
Yeah, I like that. So it's kind of like her progressing, making it better and better.
Yeah, I like that.
There's got to be a scene where they round the corner and she's sitting there and they all just fire guns at her, but she stops them with her windshield.
Matrix style.
And someone throws a spoon at her.
Now, explain this to me.
It was a deep Matrix cut.
Oh boy, that's for all you
Not
For
really
all you
that
Matrix
deep.
fans out there.
You Matrix heads. I know you're out there, and I know that is our
we're
entire
listening.
audience. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's a
it's sort of
fun little
sort of
thing.
a smaller scale first victory, but I like the whole like I like that you incorporated some of the figuring out her suit stuff, like with the boots and that kind of thing into it.
And so that's her first victory. I imagine that issue ends with like someone reporting to the Weather Channel head, and it's like, she took them all out. She has a suit now, and he's like contemplating, and then it pans over, and you see her fiance like strapped into a chair, Dylan, and being like reprogrammed or something.
The careful observer will see in the bottom left-hand corner of the last frame is a Tommy gun sitting there.
Ooh.
It doesn't look like it's going to be involved, but just spoiler alert, it definitely is.
It's being worked on. Now, when it fires, is it actually shooting a stream of tornadoes, like a long tornado out of the gun? Or is it just shooting several tornadoes out at once?
It's the second one.
Yeah, it's several little tornadoes. They're not full-size tornadoes. They're like, I would imagine them to be like the size of, I don't know, like a can of soda. What were you thinking?
I was thinking like Muggsy Bogues size.
What size?
You know Muggsy Bogues, NBA player.
Is that a very small NBA
Yeah,
player?
shortest NBA player ever. That might be too big.
Muggsy Bogues dunk. I want to see that.
Oh yeah, it's impressive.
Boy, howdy, he's real short, huh?
Yeah, he's shorter than us.
He is like 6 basketballs tall, if that.
Yeah.
Damn, those are some big tornadoes. Especially if he's firing them out from a Tommy gun at a high rate.
Yeah, maybe you do Diet A&W size.
What does the first issue look like? What's that cover look like?
Probably that fight. Her calmly. No, there's got to be a tornado in there. I would say like calmly sitting in a room, and there's like heads in the forefront, like looking at her. But
It could just be the proposal.
it doesn't. Yeah, Dylan being carried away, and she's like reaching out trying to grab him or something.
Yeah, and then like the ring is floating between the two of them.
Oh shit! Does she get? She keeps the ring though.
I kind of got to imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ring is used to unlock the door that has the stolen equipment in it. Oh shit!
Oh fuck, that's actually a really good idea. I thought you were gonna say the ring is what she uses to bring Dylan back.
Dylan is actually the Dark Lord Sauron, and he is tied to the ring.
So she has to venture
I
to.
don't get that joke.
Oh, you know how Muggsy Bogues is given the One Ring of Power,
And
and he has to take
And
it
dunk
into
it.
Mordor, like dunk it into the top of that volcano.
Damn. Okay, I need to give Lord of the Rings another try.
Yeah, if you really just imagine it's Frodo is a basketball player charging down the lane to dunk the ring in the Mount Doom, like it's a really interesting perspective on the story.
It's not what Tolkien would have wanted, but he's dead.
Yeah, I always wondered what he meant in his intro to the book, where he just said, "And please don't ever include basketball in any interpretation of my work." And I was like, what is he talking about?
They changed the wording to be one ring to dunk them all. The whole War of the Ring was a giant basketball game.
It was like a tournament.
Man, the dwarves were eliminated in the first round. They don't have the jumps. They don't have the height. Okay, no, we need to finish this up because this is going to be an editing nightmare for me today.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So did we get that cover? Is the cover gonna be the proposal and like the ring floating between them and that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do we feel like we have are we good?
Yeah.
What about connections to our current pantheon? Anything?
Oh boy, this one has potential.
I don't think there's anything outright right now though.
Just the maybe nod that Weather Channel might be in cahoots with NASA.
I think that's a good place to to start, and maybe leave it so that she's available in the future if we want to connect her to somebody else.
She would be a big force against NASA.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe at some point she ends up having to take on NASA. I just think at some point Infestra's gonna end up aligning with some hero, even briefly, to take on NASA.
I think
It would.
Infestra is a prime candidate to be brought over to the good side.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So I guess I wrap it up. This one was a little rougher the morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Yeah. It's fine.
yeah. So So, this has been issue number 18 of Headline Heroes, featuring our new superhero Windshield. As always, we want to take this time to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the wonderful art for our show, as well as Carl Sorensen for the music that we use at the beginning and end. Carl's website is carljsorensen.com, so please give that a look. If you have any articles you'd like to see us discuss, our email is headlineheroescast@gmail.com, and our Twitter is @headline_heroes. The underscore is important. You can give us a like there and tweet at us there. If you're listening to this on iTunes, we would love it if you could give us a rating and a review. Helps us improve what we're doing. What do you like? What do you dislike? Was this a bad episode? Please, we want to know. So give us a rating and review on there. So thank you for joining us for this issue, and we hope you will pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.